Good day. Today I'm showing you that we have to move to a new authentication method since Tastytrade is discontinuing the way they've been doing it so far. So on December 1st, 2025, they will use OAuth 2, and therefore the application has to be changed in order for it to work still. I'll guide you through the steps. It's not difficult at all. It's a couple of steps involved. But the first step is really to turn on this authentication in Tastytrade. And for that, you will need to navigate to your Tastytrade account and create some keys, specific keys. There's a link to a web page that shows you what it is about, and it also shows you how to create these new personal grants, as they call it. Okay, so this is what we're going to look at right now, but this is the documentation that shows how you create a client secret and a personal grant. These are the two tokens, or the two long strings we will need in order to get the connection to work. All right. So let's see how it's done in action within the Tastytrade environment. All right. So when you navigate to Tastytrade, in order to create these access tokens, you'll need to go to Manage and then My Profile API. And again, this is explained in the documentation. The link will be in the description of the video. The second thing you need to do is, once you've clicked on Manage API, you'll need to create a new OAuth application and then to create grants for these applications. So you click on here, and because I've already done it, there should be a button here, Create New Application, something along these lines. And then what you need to do is two things. You need to make sure you've selected the right scopes, which are like read and OpenID. And also you need to make sure you are copying the client secret somewhere in a document, because you will only see it once and then it will be hidden from you. In case you lose it, you can regenerate this key, and that's the point. You can, if this key is lost or stolen, then you can regenerate a new one, and you don't. That's kind of an extra security that they have built in their API. All right, so you'll need to copy this secret key, and I've pasted it here in a document where I can use it later. Once you've created this application, then you need to create a permission, a grant, and you click on Create Grant, and again you will be asked to select the scopes, and it will be read and on OpenID. And then what you need to make sure about is you save this long string, and that will look something like this, very long string here. And this is again saved in a document somewhere on your laptop or your computer, so that it can be reused afterwards. The next step will be to copy a new version of the Google spreadsheet. I called it Google Sheet Connector v3. So I'll put the link in the description below. Then you create a copy. You make a copy and save it to your Google Drive. It will open up the sheet for you, and you will be. I'll make a copy of this sheet. So here it is. We have a copy of the spreadsheet with different tabs here, and you can see that the tabs the names of the tabs have not changed. So you'll be able to reuse this tabs or content directly with any other spreadsheet you've already built. You'll be able to migrate things to this new sheet quite easily since the names have not changed. So first you'll need to click on broker connector setup, set your broker connection, and it's going to ask you to authorize Google Sheet to access third-party tools, etc., and scripts. So you need to click on OK and select your account, go to Advanced, and go to Untitled Project. Then click on Continue, and then select all, where you can connect to Tastytrade, display third-party content on the right-hand side here, and add data to your Google Sheet. Then click Continue, and it will start the new login screen that has changed because of the changes Tastytrade have made. So it should start this in a second, or maybe I need to do it again. Maybe I need to run it again. Here we are. Here, so now these are the new things that are required: username, the secret you have saved earlier, and the refresh token. So all of this information can be found here. I've copied it, so I'll put my credentials here. All right, so I'll copy the secret here, and I'll copy the grant token in here, and then click connect, and hopefully with this secret and grant access, I should be able to connect. Here we are, connected. The next step is to select the account you'd like to report on. So I'll select one, select the starting date, then I'll select 1st of Jan, and click on Finish Setup and just wait for maybe a minute or two until all the data has been fetched in the different tabs. So transactions and netlink. It only takes a minute or two the first time because it's a larger set of data. Any subsequent call will be faster. Here we are. Everything's been downloaded now, and the data will be streaming the position row data, but I don't have any position right now on, so we won't see anything, but you can see there's a netlink, the transaction row data, and position row data, which I don't have for now. Once you've done that, the last bit that is missing is making sure that this program runs every time you open the page. So you need to go to Extensions, App Scripts, and in here you need to click on Triggers. You need to click on Triggers, click Add Trigger, select Main, which is a main program that will run every time you open the spreadsheet, and click on Save. And then here it says, you need some authorization. So if you have like pop-up blocked or things along these lines, this will need to be, you need to authorize this. So in this case, let me click on this. And I need to authorize Google Sheet to run things on my behalf every time I open the spreadsheet. So I'll click on this, advanced, so like similar story here, go to Untitled Project and continue, and then it says, these are the things you'd like to allow. I say allow, click allow. All right, and save. And once this is done, you should see like every time you open the spreadsheet, it will run the main function, which does download the transaction. It does and the Netlink can also open up a WebSocket to get access to live data. So now if I go back here and refresh this page, we will see that it will run again automatically, or it should actually run again automatically. So we'll see. We won't see much because all of the data has already been downloaded, and now it's streaming the data. If I had any, and if the market were open, then we would see that in action. All right, that's it for today, and hopefully you got enough to get started. The last bit that you can think of is, what if you've already built dashboard in the other spreadsheets? My advice would be to open up side by side, now open the other spreadsheet side by side. And within the other spreadsheets, whatever tab you have you want to port over or move over, you can just click on here and say copy to existing spreadsheet and copy into this new spreadsheet. Because this spreadsheet has all it needs to run the new way of authentication with Tastytrade. So you need to port these things over, and you need to port formula over. But since the names are the same within the two spreadsheets, it shouldn't be too difficult at all. It's a bit of work, but it shouldn't be too difficult at all. Thank you, and please contact me if you need any help. Thank you. Bye.